Who are you? Have you ever been asked that question and seriously thought about it? Most people know more about who they were when they were 4 or 5 years old. If you want to live the life that you were designed for, let me take you back to the person who didn't know that you were limited to only a few options in life. Back to the uncensored, unencumbered 4-year-old you who didn't think being a Jedi or Superman or Wonder Woman was impossible. The you who wanted to change the world or find the fairy tale love of your life. If you want to find the authentic you, then stay to the end for some tips that can lead you back to the person God designed you to be. Hello and welcome everyone, this is Jason. Thank you for joining from Good to Great Academy. Listen to the end where I will share insights on how you can find your true and authentic self. It's when we start going to school that we unlearn who we are. As we get older and learn more, we seem to forget who we are and we strive to be who we are not. It's important to remember who you are as you go through your life. When I was going through those school years, no one questioned whether what we were learning was good or bad for us. We only listened to the people who we expected to guide us through our learning years and into our careers. Life beyond school, the great unknown. I remember having some deep discussions with some friends on being married to someone for a lifetime and what would be in store for us beyond school. In our lives at that time, everything seems to revolve around school. The teachers, the classes we dread or like, friends, frenemies, and worrying about people we don't really know or even like. As we entered high school and college, the so-called reality of life starts to take over our small world. But it isn't that we were insulated from the world, but that no one taught us what is truly necessary to live a great life. You and I are told that we go to school to learn so that we can get a job and take care of ourselves and our family and to be good citizens. They should have taught us how to find ourselves and how we can become people of noble character, designed by God. We go through all those years being told that we are designed to work for a living, retire, and then what? Our lives really are not determined by our career choices. The quality of our lives are based on who we are as people, our integrity, our heart, character. These are important. Do you know who you really are? Can you tell someone who you are if you had to identify yourself? Try it right now. Imagine you're in God's court, and every word you speak must be the truth. He wants to know if you're an imposter or the person He created. Then He begins the questioning. The judge is listening intently. Who are you? He asks. You begin to say that you work at a certain company, and he stops you. No, I didn't say where you work. He asks again, who are you? Then you pause and think, I'm a female, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so. My name is... And you pause because you can't think of anything else. You realize you can't define who you really are. So the angel asks you to step down from the stand, and they bring in people who know you from all walks of life. The person who sold you your last cup of coffee, teachers and students from all school grades, friends and family, co-workers, and they describe the man or woman from their perspective. Most of the people who are close to you describe you by the quality of your character and demeanor, and those who weren't very close to you describe you in features, in lifestyle, in your occupation. Most people only know you as an imposter or an actor on the stage in life. You only show people what you want to show them, what you want them to perceive. You start to build your self-esteem around their good perceptions because it feels good. Here are some tips on how you can begin to find out who you are. Many people live lives as imposters, chameleons, or shapeshifters. There are very few people who live authentic lives and are who they were designed to be by God. Look at your hands. Your fingerprints are unique to you, even though there are billions of people in the world. You can also be identified uniquely by your DNA. If God created you this uniquely, why would He make everything else about you the same as everyone else? My first tip is to start to connect to yourself, your whole being, not just your physical self, but your whole being. I like to call it your EMPS quotient, made up by your emotions, mind, physical, and spiritual self. Your soul is desperate to be unique. Do you feel like a fish out of water? It's because your soul desires to be uniquely you. In your subconscious, you have been wired to be unique. But some of the programs have been overwritten. Rate yourself on these areas. If you want more information on this, watch my video on EMPS. Tip number 2, get back to zero. Your God consciousness. You're divine and God is in you. Find yourself right where you are. Seek the divine in you. God is not far off. He is right where you are. Connect your soul, your spirit to God's divine spirit. Do this daily. It's important to get back to your core. Any coach will tell you that if you want to be great, you must be great at the fundamentals. It's hard to get out of an old swing habit if you're a golfer and change your swing. It just doesn't feel right until you rebuild the memory into your muscles and subconscious. It's going to take some mental effort and heart to do this, but stay focused and you will be able to do it. Tip number 3, don't be ashamed of who you really are. Look at yourself through your soul mirror, the one that can see the inside of you. Some of you may say that I don't like the real me. Then you need to work on the programs that you're running and bring yourself back to your God consciousness. Your good to great life starts with the authentic you. Often we don't tell people who we are because we are ashamed of who we are. Or on the flip side, we are ashamed of telling people, I want to be a superhero, or I am a great person because I'm honest, caring, kind. Or my favorite trait is that I believe in people and all their potential, and I want them to release it for the world so they can see how great a man or woman they are. Start now to get back to your true self. It's going to take work, maybe a lot of work, depending on how far off the path you are from your true self. Comment below on where you are on your journey. The only thing holding you back is your old self, but don't let him or her talk you out of it or make excuses. Start to work on who you really are. Look honestly at yourself and see if that is the person God designed or some imposter. Thank you. This is Jason. If you found this helpful, subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. Hit the like button. See you on my next video.